What's up, YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey. I'm Shakira. Um, it is weirdly ranging Bitcoin, Ethereum on the weekend. It's Tuesday, so I think it's a beautiful day for potentially for trading. So let's go see what's going on. Let's do a little morning analysis on BTC and ETH, and then let's see what potential stuff we can get into. If that sounds like a good time, like and subscribe. Drop a comment. All right, cool, cool, cool. Kitty wants all the attention, so I'll probably give it to him later. All right, making myself super tiny. All right, cool. So, and so this is Bitcoin on the 1 hour. I had, I haven't actually looked at this since Sunday, so let me just move things around here. Looks like most, it broke out of this wedge, and I had plopped this right here when I was still thinking about it, approximately. So wherever the breakout, this is it. So boom, looks like it hit it perfectly, and we didn't go in the opposite direction. So sweet. Let's remove all these suppositions for the moment. All right, so we didn't break any higher, and we collapsed right back down. Honestly, I'm going to take out all of this stuff. We were out of this particular range. All right, so what I'm going to do instead, though, let me see. I might use my GAN box here, and what I want to know is what's my actual range? Like, where are we actually playing in, you know? So I'm just learning about ranging, and yes, I did say in my community post that I will show how to set up the calculator and use it. So I'll also do that in this video. Actually, yeah, I'll do that in this video. Cool. All right. So as ranges go, let's see. I think we started about here. So I want to see where we've been, hanging out the most. And it's a bit of a tighter range on Bitcoin than it is on Ethereum, I think. So what I want to see is an area where price has hung out and retested and where our center space is. So yeah, over here, we touched it here, we came up, touched it, we busted past it. So it's a bit of a range deviation. Then we came back up. And now we're just sort of hanging out at the 0.5. Now for the bottom piece, looking for, multiple potential touches. So, yep. And I might adjust this up a little more just so I can have more accurate touches. So boom, 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 boom. All right, beautiful. So technically, since we're in a range, I mean, this is all we can do, right? We can only, once it comes into under the 0.5 and the 1, that's when it's cheap. You buy, come back up. When it comes up here, you look for selling opportunities back down to the end of the range. That's about all you can do right now. And we broke out of it for a little bit and then broke back down into it. Now we're just kind of hanging out at the 0.5. Honestly, until we hit like an area of the range and show something, there is not much that I would be able to do with this, honestly. Because we're in no man's land, so I'm just gonna chill on that one. Let's see where Ethereum's at. Same situation, right? All right, so ranging. So we popped up, we came in here, 1, 2, 3, at least 3 to tell me that we're coming into some sort of range. And then the 0.5, look at that, look at that, look at that, just hanging out in between here. 1, if I'm being honest, like the earlier, and we would adjust these as time passes, right? So 1, 2, 3 for that particular portion of the range. And yeah, so we've broken out of it here actually. So let's see what happens. What are we doing? So I have a demand. There's an imbalance down here. They've eaten most of it. There's still a little bit left. There is a nice demand order block down here and let me just do this. So I know there's an imbalance down here. And let's put, this is a 1 hour imbalance. And then of course, this other order block down here. This whole thing is a nice juicy order block or natural supply zone really, right? Where price likes to hang out. Price likes to stop here. And it's making itself a new range where price likes to hang out. So if I'm going to say adjust my range, because this is the original range that we were playing out in, right? We came, there's a 50, 1, 2, 3, hung out. Everybody's hanging out at the 0.5. Yeah, so, there's a potential to, right, if we're going to break back in, because I'm seeing this imbalance down here and weak candles. What is it? We're at the daily open. All right. So what is our potential? So we've got something that looks something like that. Right there, potentially. And something like that. So it might come back up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see what happens when it breaks out of this. So let me change this to my dashed lines. Potential. I need movement, right? Something to tell me what's going on. I prefer to be up here. So, because look at where at the top of the range, we've had a double top, bearish engulfing, came back down. Beautiful. Similar scenario, but not quite. We've got rejection. Couldn't break above. Actually, look at that equal stop runs right here. Couldn't break above that. Most likely coming back in. If the next candle's red, boom, we're down again. And it traded back down to this level. Now, if you'd taken that, let's say you were like this, and you put this up here, of course, actually, this is a good example to do like the calculation potentially. That'd be like a 1 to 6 approximately. But with this imbalance, personally, I'd be like looking to get at least halfway into the imbalance or something like that, just to be what's what I'm looking for. I prefer a better risk to reward ratio. Okay. All right. So 1 second, let me pull up this calculator. Let me come in here and let's go to my favorite. What did to do with it? Bookmarks. Here we go. All right. So this is calc.trade, and shout out to Ari for dropping this in or Discord and providing me with the options. I appreciate that. Okay, so simple, right? So I opened a $10 account, right? I want to risk only 1% on my trades, long or short, right? And let's say we take this Ethereum trade into account, right? So we want to enter at this, what's that, 1287.82, right? Entry 1287.82. And you want your stop loss to be careful. Let's add the ATR in here when it's ready. So, and let's hit the replay button so I can just get in on this action. Okay. So I have the right ATR. So I want the ATR from this candle, which is 8.82, right? So if I grab a phone here, let's get a calculator because my brain's not the best. 8.82 plus, 8.82 plus my entry plus the top of this candle. Let's say I want this to be my So 1306.84. So I want my stop loss to be, okay, that's too much. 1306.84 plus 8.82. So 1315.66, okay? So I come back in here, I set my stop to 1315.66, and I want to exit at the 0.5, or like, let's say halfway through here, so 12:45.26. Okay, 12:45.26. So I've got $10 in there, 10 USDT. I want a 1% risk, and I want to short it. So if you look down here now, what's really helpful for me though, right, is it gives me my risk, which is the 0.1, which is 1% of 10. Great. And then the position size that I need to use, right, to get what I want. And then my risk to reward ratio is 1.529, right? So then I'm going to get 0.153 if I do this, and the return on the investment is 16.52%. Okay. And the percentage change is 3. Oh, sorry. Yeah. And I set my leverage to 5, right? So 3.418% on that particular trade. So I really like this. The only thing that I wish it also did was gave us the opportunity to put in what the exchange fees were as well for each of the trades. And then that way we'd be able to see, okay, so we made this, but we had to pay that too, you know? So then your net revenue from that trade would be, 0.153 minus all the fees, right? I think that part's like super important. But this is literally the secret sauce, I think, that I've been missing. Like my very first trade where I lost that 0.27, stupid because I wasn't thinking about how to set, and I think this is the important part, the position size, right? In accordance, right? To make sure that it's only a 1% loss if I want my stop loss to be, you know, based off of the swing high or swing low, plus or minus the ATR, right? So this makes me so much more comfortable because then I know for sure every time I put a trade in now, I will only be risking that. And if I get a 1 to 2, I get double whatever, you know, my risk is, right? So 0.2, 0.3, etc. This is beautiful. So calc.trade is beautiful. I love it. I'm going to be using it for moving on from now on. And I suggest that all beginner traders, please do this too. Because, yo, I was sitting here like, I want, and I'm going to make myself big because I want to make this video too long, right? So I'm sitting here like, yo, if I'm supposed to have my stop loss and give it room to breathe, how the heck am I supposed to keep my loss to 1%? Right? But with this thing, you can do it easy. You can calculate the position size has to match. Bruh, ladies, everybody. This is nice, man. This makes me feel so much better. So much better. And I hope it makes you feel better too. This is a great way to make sure you give your trades room to breathe and you specifically set the position size. Because look, even though you might ask, like, oh, BTC, ETH, Polygon, whatever you're trading, right? Like they have different sizes. But look, they're so smart. It's all dependent on the entry and exit prices, right? So if I were to do a similar thing for Bitcoin, let's say I wanted an entry at 1698, right? And I wanted my stop loss to be at like, I don't know, 1788. 5 or something. And then I wanted my exit to be at, I don't know, 1594. I'm just making numbers up, right? So look, it adjusts the position size based off of the entry, stop, and exit prices. Okay. So don't even worry about that part. You're good to go. You're good to go. Nice. Now I wouldn't take a 1-to-1 like this, but still, profit is profit. All right, guys. Given that we are sitting in a most boring space, um, for Bitcoin, we are doing some sort of, I guess we're doing a little bit of this at the moment, and these types, they can break in any direction really. So what your options are, whoopsie, da, 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 that. Let me duplicate that. And I know that's kind of like, that might be considered cheating, but it is what it is, y'all. I mean, I can break in either direction. They're both going down, they're both coming up, like, pick your poison. It's different when it's something like this, when it's flat and it's coiling up, it's going up, right? Or well, this was just flat. It's another consolidation inside of consolidation. How fun. Anyway, and yeah, Ethereum is, oops, sorry about that. Let me get up out of there for my testing purposes and take that off. And Ethereum is, and I'm going to readjust my base to here since we had more touches. And that's breakouts. So we're at the base of this guy. If I see something bullish, then perhaps. Again, we're in something, it could be drawn in multiple ways, right? Because what we have here is like basically an equal lows almost. Price hasn't been able to pop below here. It's eaten the imbalance that it's looking for. So I'm going to feel like we're going to go up this way, but look, price can do whatever the heck it wants, right? And there is this imbalance and this order block all the way down here that I'm also waiting for. So anything's possible. But it does have this imbalance up here to be eaten. And look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Not one of these has been busted through. Look at that. So at some point they're gonna come back and eat all of that liquidity because their stop loss is above here. People haven't taken their profits. Well, it's all the way down here. I'd say go ahead and take your profits. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I think for now I'm just gonna chill. The market, I need some sort of proper structure, right? So I need the market to show me the money, Show me the money. Until then, I'm just gonna chill and wait for the setups that I'm looking for. All right, guys. Oh, sorry. I had my big fat face in there this whole time. But simple facts, for ETH, it's forming this like double this base and it's coming down. So I don't know. It could break below, could break above. It could do whatever it wants. Let's see. Just for funsies. In previous, it broke below when it had something similar. Um, yeah. So, but it's best to know both scenarios. So I'm just gonna clone that, plop this down here, and it wouldn't be too far because I'm waiting for it to come into this demand area. I need this imbalance anyway to give me more information. All right. So we'll see. And sorry about that. I was saying for BTC on the 1 hour, it's kind of coiling in both, down and up. These ones can break in either direction, really. Since we're in this big consolidation, either way, if it breaks down to this one or into this demand area, yippee-ki-yay, I'm waiting for it to do something. But again, I gotta see what price is doing, what the candles are telling me, and all that jazz. So I need movement. Right now, there's no movement. In any case, I think that's good for now. We're in kind of a bit of a mini holding pattern. Once we have movement, then we'll have some kind of structure to work with, and then we can trade. you know? All right. I hope that was helpful. I hope this calculation thing is helpful to all you guys because it's exactly what I was looking for. Mwah, I love it. All right, guys. Happy Tuesday. I keep forgetting what day it is. Happy Tuesday. Trade safely. And I don't know. Be good. Shakira out. Oh, like and subscribe. You know, if you feel like it. Shakira out.